Let me welcome to the stage Janice Atkinson, MEP. She's fighting the good fight in the European Union to set you free. Give it up for Janice Atkinson.
Happy Independence Day, everybody! 2 years ago we voted for Brexit, the largest plebiscite that this country has ever seen. As I drove across Westminster Bridge to go and do some media the following day, I saw our Union flag and it was resplendent in the sunshine. And I thought about our newfound freedom, and that flag took on a new significance. And I was proud to be British, proud of my country, and for you guys for voting for our freedom. But 2 years on, we've got to fight for the Brexit that we voted for. We've been told we're dumb, we're uneducated, and that will bring about an economic apocalypse. Hasn't happened. Brexit was a political and moral good. We stuck two fingers up at the illiberal, undemocratic oligarchy in Brussels. And we stood up to the elites in Westminster that had become lazy, aloof, entitled and contemptible of the ordinary people's deplorable views. We were sneered at for wanting our freedom from the European community. We were told we were racist for wanting to control immigration. And we were told that we have to pay higher taxes for our schools and our NHS. We know that those tax rises are unnecessary because of immigration. We're told we need to build more houses and concrete over our greenbelt. Why? Because of we don't need higher taxes to fund the NHS. We need to fund the NHS for efficiency and taking back control of the £14 billion of foreign aid that we send out of our country every year. And also, we need to stop funding the fake charities, the Red Cross, Médecins Sans Frontières and Oxfam, who are aiding and abetting the illegal economic migrants invading our countries. We pay enormous sums to the human rights industry, working against the people who opposed uncontrolled immigration. They're paid by the UN and the EU and aided by that foreigner, George Soros. And it's George Soros that's actually funding the freedom of our speech as well. We might have got rid of Soviet communism, but Euro-communism is alive and well. And none so more than the democratic deficit disorder of the European Parliament. Many of you voted for me, and indeed you're all my constituents. You want to hear what I've got to say, but the presidents of the EU keep shutting down my microphone. Yeah. 2 months ago, I rose to actually query a fatuous statement by a socialist UK MEP. And despite being called to speak, they turned off my microphone. And then the second time, a week ago, I made the speech about Brexit. But again, the microphone was turned off. However, the Irish Vice President of the Parliament, and it's Mairead McGuinness, you may hear her on the Today programme on Radio 4, decrying Brexit. She turned off my microphone yet again. I wasn't allowed to have my view on Brexit, the people that voted 17.4 million, but she was allowed to have the microphone and keep her views on Brexit. And then, last Thursday, I was pre-approved to speak at the beginning of the voting session to raise an urgent human rights issue. And basically, I was talking to the British Conservative Party in that room. As soon as I said, Tommy Robinson, my microphone was turned off. So you see, freedom of speech is only there for the illiberal elites. No free speech from me unless unless it's approved by the EU the communism, centralised statist control. But I don't know about you, but I suspect, like me, you've never met or heard of a politician that wants the job or is indeed capable of the job that tells me what I can think, feel and speak about. Freedom of expression consists of being able to tell people what they do not wish to hear, and also listen to those that think differently from us. Friends, yeah, we're at a tipping point, both in the UK and in the EU. Brexit took out that brick from that wall. We did that, we changed Britain, and we've changed the EU. They need a bit of help. The other countries are revolting too. They're taking back control of their countries. My friends in the EU Parliament, Marine Le Pen, Geert Wilders, we're winning elections. We've got Matteo Salvini in Italy, Strapper in Austria, and they're closing radical mosques, deporting hateful imams, and they're sending back 500,000 immigrants. And that's just the start. Salvini's only been in post for a few weeks. It's just the start. He's sending back 500,000 illegal immigrants. So across the EU, the voters are rejecting the EU. Poland, Hungary, Slovenia, Sweden, all electing anti-EU governments. They're erecting walls to keep out the invading economic migrants, and they are protecting their culture, heritage and identity, as we are trying to do in the UK. So, no more Euro-communism. This is not what our forefathers fought for. Our freedoms are ours by right. We were not given our freedoms. We are free because we are British. We were born with our freedoms. And we will remain free. Freedom of speech needs to be fought in every generation. That's Margaret Thatcher. And now it's our turn. It's your turn. We want our country back, and happy Independence Day. Thank you.